This episode of The Totally Rad Show is brought to you by Squarespace. Today, fly with us as we discover Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Gahul.
Everybody, and welcome to the Totally Rad Show for Monday, September 27th. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Jeff Canada.
And I'm Dan Trachtenberg.
The Totally Rad Show is your daily dose of all things rad. We're setting up week 2.
Let's do it.
Hugey. First off, we're talking about Zack Snyder's foray into 3D CGI with Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Gahul. Today, tomorrow, I know you're excited. Sid Meier's, it's Sid Meier's, right?
Sid Meier's.
Civilization 5, which is crazy.
And then Wednesday, we're hitting up TV again for Martin Scorsese and Boardwalk Empire.
You can't not do Martin Scorsese
No.
TV show. Thursday, we're back for movies because we got a sneak peek at The Social Network.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And Friday, tagline takedown.
Ooh, it returns.
Daily dose.
I believe
can't.
I'm one game up. So
You're one game up.
We're
That's right. We were gonna keep track.
not really.
We should
We
also
are.
thank.
Gentlemanly.
We're keeping track.
We need to thank Dalton Rowe. He sent in this awesome watercolor
Yes.
background that we're digging very,
And
very
if you
much.
want to send in a background, send
Like
it
a
to
coloring book.
fans@totallyradshow.com. Let's get into it, shall we?
Let's do it.
Today in movies, we are talking about Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Gahul.
Correct.
Based on the novels by Catherine Lasky, directed by 300 and Watchmen's Zack Snyder. It's a 3D animated film about a young owl who is kidnapped and meant to be brainwashed into becoming like an evil
Owl
soldier thing.
It writes itself.
Unless he escapes.
Another
with
one
his-
of those stories.
Unless he escapes.
But with his band of heroes, whatever, to seek out the legendary guardians that are like the good owl soldier people.
Gotcha, yes.
Or not people at all. It's rare that we get a live-action auteur like Zack Snyder making an animated film. We just had that recently with Wes Anderson's Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Correct.
Jeff,
Yes, sir.
how do you think Mr. Snyder did?
Gahul?
Did he gahoo or
Well,
gaho?
I kept waiting for somebody to tell me how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll pod, but no one did in this movie.
It's after the credits.
You can't, spoiler, you can't ignore the pure visual splendor of this film. It is stunning to look at. We all saw it in 3D, and I think it's a movie that works really well in 3D. Some movies do and some don't. This, I think, leapt off the screen for me. It was a lush visual feast. The photorealistic owls, the very, very super hyper-realistic owls were something I've never seen on screen before. Unfortunately, this does come from a book series, and it's really dense, and there's a lot of information thrown at you, and I found a lot of that to be off-putting and obtuse and really hard to get into. There's like, oh, there's a crystal that hurts the owls just because it's a crystal and it hurts the owls. You know, they just tell you these things. There's no showing you these things. So for a lot of the movie, I wasn't really welcomed into that world as I wanted to be, but I thought the end was really visually awesome, and it's worth seeing just visually.
Yeah. It's interesting because, I mean, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous movie. I mean, clearly, I was really excited to see some of the stuff that I've kind of gotten tired of with Zack Snyder, that sort of the speed ramp stuff, and then like the one little thing floating by when everything's quiet and then going fast again.
But that was awesome in this movie.
It was amazing to see when it's like an owl feather, an owl fighting. You know what I mean? And the whole concept of like the metal claws as the weapons for them, and it definitely felt like an MMO with like, we're gonna teach you how to be one of these classes. It's like, let's figure out how to train. My only one real major gripe was this weird, like, teeny pop song that happened right in the middle. It was like this, it has a serious score and like everything's going great. It's like this really big, it's like a movie. And then all of a sudden it's like Justin Bieber shows up and it's like, isn't it great to be an owl? We're fighting in the tree. And I was like, what the hell is this? And then it cuts and it never comes back until the credits.
I think it's a kid's movie.
Yeah, well that's the thing is
I don't
it's a
think
vestige
if it should have been a kid's movie or should have been an adult Zack Snyder movie. And that's my biggest problem with it was that it had aspects that I loved about this being not a movie for adults that kids couldn't enjoy, but a movie that was made with adults in mind and this epic, awesome adventure, but then also this weird, childlike stuff. And that really was the one that just stood out like a sore thumb of like, somebody went, well, wait a minute, it's a child's movie, Zach. We got to get that Justin Bieber kid in there. I mean,
wasn't
literally.
Justin Bieber.
It wasn't, but it was worse than Justin Bieber.
Actually, I believe it was that band Owl City that I
Owl City?
Yeah, but they're very popular.
Way to be on the nose.
I think that's why that happened.
It was whatever it was. That was the only thing that really took me out of the movie, and I went, "Oh man!" I loved the look and feel.
I completely understand anyone who feels that way about that song. Completely get it. I kind of dug it because it.
It's not surprising.
Because it's Owl City.
No, because
it works.
Civil entendres.
It felt like. It made me feel the way I feel watching a kids film that I enjoy. It just made me feel like it rekindled those flames.
Yeah.
And actually, this movie really reminded me of old 80s fantasy films like Solar Babies.
Yep.
And what are some of the other, this whole...
Never-ending story?
Yeah, kind of never-ending story.
Yeah.
But those movies where like
more like The Dark
kids
Crystal.
kids are trying to break free from the parents that are like
Yeah.
But I had the similar gripes as you guys in that I had the hardest time following what was happening.
Yeah.
Even visually a little bit too, because the characters looked very similar. I think.
Well, they were all owls.
They were all owls, but
Dude, if you're an owl, you can totally tell them apart.
right.
Yeah.
But,
So mean.
But, and so I felt actually those speed ramps, as you guys commented, worked really well in this film, and I think they actually helped really discern the choreography of the action.
Yeah.
Visually, as you guys said, this is one of the most gorgeous movies I've ever seen. This is a Blu-ray show-off device.
definitely.
A 3D show-off device, too.
3D, I think, but, I commented on how much I did not like the digital cinematography in Avatar. As far as the actual cinematography goes in the 3D stuff, it doesn't look any better than anything. This movie should be nominated for an Academy Award. This has stunning cinematography.
That rain sequence is just breathtaking.
Almost everything was just gorgeous.
But the story does not hold up. You know, the brother turn, it just happens because they say it happens. There's no setup. We're thrust right into the thing
feel like
so
a
fast.
giant book that got cut down to like a lean hour 45. You know what I mean? Where it's like he becomes evil. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Just put a line where he seems pissed or something.
I want to check in with you guys on 3D. Because now, I've been flip-flopping, and you said this worked really well. I agree. I think
still
this was,
don't need it.
You're a flip-flopper,
I still don't need it. I could see this movie without it being in 3D, and it would be an amazing visual experience.
I had a weird thing happen to me. And the movie started, we got a 3D glass on, and I immediately thought, you know what's going to happen? When everything we see is in 3D, we're not going to want to see anything in 3D anymore. Because it's no longer going to be special or unique, and then you're just going to take it for this. That's the same thing that it is when you watch a 2D movie. You're immersed. It doesn't matter. So the more prevalent it becomes, the more it won't even matter.
It's the goal to be immersed.
But then I don't even want to wear then I won't even need to wear the glasses because it's no longer special.
And I'm just as immersed.
But it's not about being special.
I'm just as immersed at the end of this movie as I was seeing it 2D. I mean,
well, I'm going to disagree because I actually felt like there are the sensations in this movie, similar to How to Train Your Dragon with the flight stuff, that because it's 3D,
so you're a
is really special.
You're flip-flopping.
Flip-flopping. I'm of two minds.
Interesting.
I'm of two minds.
You should be a politician.
I agree with you. I've been less enthusiastic about 3D, but this movie really should be seen in 3D. I think it's great for 3D.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right.
So tell the tales of the dragons.
Or the owls.
I meant to say owls. All right, Jeffrey, sponsor.
The internet. It's for websites.
It is.
If you're using the internet and you don't have a website, you're not really using the internet.
You're surfing the internet.
You gotta have your blogs, you gotta have your websites. The best place to do that.
Portfolios.
Squarespace.com. They are the guys in that business. You can, I'm joking.
No, go.
What can you do, Alex? You can get your website. Yeah, you can. If you already have one, if you're already a part of the internet, you can import your stuff.
Best WYSIWYG editor ever.
Best WYSIWYG.
iPhone app for updating on the go.
Right, they got thousands of people already using it. More people are joining every day.
Amazing.
And if you use our promo code TRS when you check out, you get 10% off your order, and you can get a 14 free day.
Amazing. Squarespace.com. And use the coupon code TRS. So, gentlemen, it has almost been a year since we have spent the night up 24 hours gaming for charity.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
We are going to be doing it again coming up October 16th, I believe, Saturday.
right.
So if you can check out all the info up at tinyurl.com/extralifetrs.
Yeah,
We made
so
that.
we need you guys to contribute for us to help the charity. We're going to be gaming for 24 hours. You can sponsor us.
We're
Go
going to
there
be
to do
live
it.
streaming
it.
Yeah.
We know a bunch of
You'll hear,
stuff.
you'll hear more
fun.
info soon.
Yeah, totally. All
And
right.
join in yourselves. Do it. Yeah, play with
Yeah, totally. Play with yourselves. Dan Trachtenberg. All right, well, that's it for today's episode of The Totally Rad Show. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Jeff Canada. Tune in tomorrow for Civ 5.
That's right.
Civ 5, that's Dan Trachtenberg.
I'm Dan Trachtenberg.
Tomorrow on TRS, we take our turn at Civilization 5.
That you go, oh wait, now I got, so everything is a major carrot on a huge, long
Look at the stick on that Civ 5. Yes.
What was your way?
The shooting way.
Yeah, the military.
Yeah.
It's the easiest,
was
most
the most
accessible
fun.
way.
Yeah.
Well, I know you guys know that I'm given to hyperbole, but X now.
Oh, I didn't pick up on
You don't
that.
listen to your advisors.
I didn't listen to my advisor.
He's like, shut up, military man.
what
Get
is-
on top of that man.